Good morning and welcome back to Lovin Dubai show. And as always, we're bringing you the top and most trending news in the UAE. And our top story for today is Dubai launched a new fast-track passport control corridor.
And Dubai Metro is adding new red line routes for peak hours.
And a 100 dirham gift from a stranger changes a salesman's life forever.
Anas Bukhash narrowly avoids danger as his car catches on fire.
And later on the show, we're going to be joined by Ibrahim Abbas, the horror storyteller that she can't stop listening to.
But in today's rapid weather report, it's mostly sunny with temperatures ranging from 32 to 37 degrees Celsius.
Before we get into our stories, I just want to ask you a question. What is your daily activity after work?
My daily activity after... Okay.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, this was never something that was my go-to before.
Okay.
But recently, it started to become Pilates, so I go
No
a
way.
lot.
I am so happy for you, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations. Getting workout and fitness in your life.
Oh yeah, at least just something to get my body moving, because before that I was such a couch potato. I will sit and scroll or just sit on my couch and watch TV. Like that was basically what I would like to do to wind down.
Do you know that this has a phrase to it, a name to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called bed rotting.
That's exactly what I would do, but from my
Bed
couch.
rotting. But from the couch.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? Bed is for sleeping, couch is for rotting. So that's
Rotting.
what I would do. I would bed rotting couch.
This is what I read somewhere, that the experts say that you need to separate in the couch and bed and your basically downtime.
Yes.
So bed is only for sleeping. Stay away from it.
Yeah.
It's not for your scrolling, watching serious time.
True.
It's not healthy. But for people that don't understand what the bed rotting term is, basically it's spending long stretches of time in bed doing nothing. So scrolling on your phone, watching shows, eating snacks, or just laying there without sleeping. So that's the definition of bed rotting.
It sounds like a wonderful time. Why is it called bed rotting? Why isn't it just called chilling? Like it's the term rotting for me that I was like, what do you mean? That sounds like a great time.
So basically, I asked ChatGPT if bed rotting is bad because ChatGPT is the source of everything and anything.
Right.
Right. So it says it depends on how you're doing it. So sometimes it can be healthy, sometimes.
Okay.
But it really depends. So if it's a form of rest or self-care, especially if you're feeling burnt out or stressed or need some downtime, sorry.
Yeah.
Then do it occasionally, but not every day. When does it become a red flag and basically like
Unhealthy.
unhealthy? It's when you're doing it constantly and frequently, and you're doing it every day and basically not getting any exercise during the day.
Right.
So this is what can cause. It can cause disrupting sleeping patterns, feeling of fatigue. I don't know if you do it because lately I've been bed rotting, and it really does increase fatigue. I don't feel better, no. I feel super tired and I feel like I need to move my body. I have that feeling where I'm like, you know what? Let me do some indoors Pilates because I feel so tired from bed rotting.
At home Pilates. Yeah, I understand. Oh my gosh, I've never thought about it that way, but I guess, you know what? I feel like that's so true because I feel like ever since I started my membership and I started going to Pilates a lot more, I've been a bit more... I have a bit more energy, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
But before that point, I was obviously a lot more, just couch potato vibes.
Yeah, you know, before I canceled my gym membership, I need to go back to the gym, okay? I had that thought. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing during my day? I'm going back home and I'm just sitting in bed rotting, not doing anything, nothing productive, and I'm sleeping super early and I'm not making use of my day. So my day is just work, go back, watch series, okay, shower, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling tired. That's what pushed me to start the gym because I feel like I come back home, I'm more energized, I have time for myself, you know, and I'm separating. So if I want to watch something, I sit on the couch. Okay, I don't sit on bed. If I want to eat something somewhere else, if I'm scrolling on TikTok, I avoid bed because I know if I sleep, khalas.
Yeah.
I'm gone. I'm not going to wake up.
No, I understand because I feel like that's so true. Oh my God, that conversation made me want to yawn right now. Okay, yeah, no, I feel like it's so true.
I think you need to separate the activities, basically.
Yeah, because if you're just, like, you have the same cycle of work, go home, bed rot, sleep, wake up, work, you know, over and over again, you kind of just, you feel like every day is kind of the same.
And you feel depressed.
Yeah. I feel like it'll start taking a toll on your mental health as well.
True, exactly.
Even though, like, obviously... Like I was making fun of it in the beginning and I thought, what do you mean? It sounds like a great time. But obviously there's like downsides to it.
Exactly. It's
Even
not
though,
healthy.
Yeah, even though it's something that we do so much in our like culture or in our generation.
Yeah.
Like everybody wants to sit on their phone and scroll because we have an endless supply of really good content.
Yes, and you just want to lay down and scroll on TikTok, but it's not healthy. I think as long as you train yourself to get out of that habit, it's a habit. It's hard to get out of it. It's just something that you're used to. Then I feel like just stay off your phone. I don't know, breaking that habit, you become super attached.
Yeah.
And I think the first step you do is just to work out. And I think things will only get better when the weather gets better as well.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
The
so
fact that we're
you can
in
go
September.
on walks. Yeah, you can go on walks. You can sit on the balcony a bit. You can have different activities, I feel. So I think, like I mentioned before, we have seasonal depression. For us, it's summer depression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have the opposite of what seasonal depression is supposed to be because we prefer it when it's
we don't have winter
outside.
depression. We have summer depression.
Yeah, because we can't actually enjoy the outside. It's way too hot, and right now it's so humid.
It's so
and
humid today,
so,
by
like,
the way. It was so super humid.
Yeah.
But let's move on to our first story of the day.
Yes, let's do it. So Dubai is launching a new fast-track passport control corridor. So Dubai just unveiled this. It's something straight out of the future. It's the world's first red carpet fast-track passport corridor at DXB. And using AI and biometrics, passengers can now breeze through passport control without showing a single document. It actually processes 10 passengers in just 6 to 14 seconds compared to the old system that handled one person at a time.
So of course, special cases will still go through the usual high security checks, but for most travelers, this is set to make airport queues a whole lot shorter. So you literally walk through this red carpet, passport in your pocket or bag. You don't stop to show any identification or use fingerprints. It's truly revolutionary.
It sounds amazing.
You know, I've always thought that I don't mind those queues because they're usually very short, okay, and they're usually very fast, and I can't imagine it getting it any easier or any faster or any quicker.
I know.
I don't even imagine it to get any easier.
In the UAE, it's so quick. Even like the what's it called, the smart gates, they're pretty quick. Okay,
so
sure,
quick.
there's a line to go into it, but once you're in it, like it goes like that. You don't need to actually show identification. You stand there, you just look at the screen.
Yeah.
It detects your eye. I can't say fingerprint.
It literally just scans your passport, detects your face.
Yeah,
and then
something
you walk
like that.
through.
And then you walk through. But now
It's
you're
never a
literally
hassle.
walking through. And there was this...
I love that it's a red carpet. You feel important.
I can't believe they did it like that, yeah. But if you see the video that we posted on Lovin Dubai yesterday, we shared a video by Walid Al-Musrati. He's the content creator based in the UAE, and he showed how it works exactly. And you can see people are literally just passing through. It's amazing.
I can't just see it getting any better because it's already really good.
I know.
It's already really fast.
The UAE just keeps like leveling up.
Yeah.
And like beating its old like high school.
And every time I travel, when I stand in those queues, I'm always complaining. I'm like, oh, this is not normal. If only we were in Dubai. If only we were back. If only.
I understand.
Yeah, and I'm hating those queues. I'm like, ugh, if only they can be the same level as Dubai. Like they can never reach that same level of quick, fast. You know. And and you know what I love at the airports here? No one screams at you.
I know.
Right? Whenever I travel anywhere, there's always someone screaming at me.
Always telling you, put your laptop on the carriage. Take your shoes
to the left.
off.
Go to the right. Stop. No moving. Thank you so much for the respect. Let's move on to our next story of the day. Dubai Metro adds new red line routes for peak hours. So big news for Dubai Metro commuters. Getting around during rush hour just got a lot easier. So Dubai Metro red line has introduced 3 new routes during peak hours to ease congestion. So it's Center Point to Expo 2020 station and back, Center Point station to Life Pharmacy station and back, and Center Point and Al Fardan station and back.
These additional services will run during peak time, so that's 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., making daily commute smoother for thousands of passengers. Outside peak hours, the Red Line will continue to operate its regular 2 routes from Center Point to Expo 2020 and Center Point to Life Pharmacy.
So with Dubai's metro already carrying hundreds of thousands of riders daily, this move is expected to make travel more efficient and cut down on crowding during the busiest parts of the day. So the new one that will be added during peak hour is from Center Point Station to Al Fardan Station. And I think we've been talking about traffic lately a lot since last week because back to school season, people are back from their holidays. We're entering fall season. So it's just, I think they immediately thought of something to deal with the rush hour.
Very smart to implement it like on the go, right?
Yes.
Like that, yeah.
Specifically during peak hours. So I think people can have different alternatives, either using carpooling or Dubai metro station. Did you ever use metro before?
Yeah, during uni days.
Yeah,
I was
me
using
too.
the metro. But I lived in dorms and it was on campus. And when I moved,
But it's easier. Like I remember, it was
And when I moved like 10 minutes away. So I didn't use it to go to uni every day. So I didn't use it during like rush hour per se. I used to use it when it was a lot more like calm, like after like classes or something like that. But it was also like back in the day when I was still a student.
It was less crowded.
It was less crowded.
Yeah, it was less crowded.
But now it's a whole other ballgame. Like when you look at some videos of peak hours on the metro, it's so crowded. So I feel like with RTA recognizing that and creating a change, creating new routes, I feel like it's like, good job. Thank you for recognizing it.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember last time I used metro was around 4 years ago, but what I used to do is that I personally used to like to avoid the peak hours. So let's say it's during 5 to 7 p.m. I would just not use the metro. I would sit at the library and wait it out.
Yeah.
But I think it's a preference, by the way. Some people just like to immediately leave, and some people like to wait it out. And a lot of Sharjah residents do the same. So they either
they wait it out.
They wait it out, or they like to just go home. Sometimes you just want to leave.
So hopefully, with these new routes implemented, it'll be a little bit easier for people who are using it a lot more. It's not our main source of transportation anymore. I love driving.
Yeah, me too. But still, I hate the traffic on the roads.
Hate the traffic on the roads. But if you want to switch it up, you can take the metro now.
Exactly. I think you have multiple alternatives, basically. Yeah. We have a very heartwarming story, and a story I think to really think about is, so basically this salesman's life changed forever after a stranger gave him 100 dirhams gift. So it was the biggest impact. So the story was shared on LinkedIn and is inspiring people across the UAE. A young salesman struggling under the sun with no salary guarantee was offered a lift by a stranger. So during the ride, he shared his struggles. The stranger, who had once faced similar challenges, handed him a 100 dirhams, so along with the words of encouragement.
Fast forward 1 year, the young salesman walked into the stranger's office with tears in his eyes, showing him this same folded 100 dirham note, kept as a symbol of hope and motivation. Since that day, he's never missed a sales target.
The story has gone viral online, so proving that one small act of kindness can truly change someone's life. Like what made me really think, and what I liked about this story, I think, because he mentioned that he was a struggling salesman.
Yes.
It was shared on LinkedIn. He was a struggling salesman, and he was offered this 100 dirhams because to basically give him a push. But what I really liked about this person is, I think he didn't really spend it immediately. He kept it. Yeah, didn't spend it. And I think he used it as a form of encouragement or motivation to get himself going. And alhamdulillah, I think he's succeeding. But it's really those little, what strangers don't know. And I feel like what we don't know, that we might have little impacts in people's lives without knowing.
Yeah, with a little act of kindness,
yeah,
it can mean so much, that stranger that you helped, or vice versa.
Yeah. Have you ever had a story where a stranger really impacted your life and they're not aware of that?
Yes. One time, I didn't know what was happening. It was my first car, so I wasn't so well versed. But basically, I was in a petrol station, and I had turned the car ignition off, which you're supposed to do. But anyways, I had turned the car off, and when I tried to start it up again after putting petrol, it wouldn't start. It just kept like doing that engine noise. And then someone from far away saw me. He was in his car. He wasn't pumping petrol. He was far away. And then he came to me and he was like, your car battery died. You're going to need to get it changed. But to do that, we're going to need to jumpstart your car. And you're not supposed to do that in petrol stations. But he was like, I mean, what am I going to do? I can't sit here and wait or call someone. Like, I was young and like, I still didn't know what was happening. So he came, he put his car right in front of mine and he jump started it for me. And then he was like, okay, you're good to go, but you need to get it changed like right now.
So nice.
I know, it was the
We saw
sweetest
someone
thing.
in need, you know? I bet you looked so anxious.
I was struggling and I was like, I have no idea what's happening. Why isn't it starting? It was like, I'm like, this is such a reliable car. What do you mean? And he told me what was wrong. He told me what I have to do after that, after helping me. And I was like,
So
this
nice.
man.
Really, and it's crazy because you think that in his mind it's just a normal day. It passed. Okay, he's not even thinking it through. But for you, you'd always remember the small act of kindness that someone, a stranger, saw you struggling. I know what gave you that. You know that helps. Like, listen, your battery is dying.
Yeah.
You know.
And the fact, like, he taught me something that I will never forget now. Now I know what a car's battery dying looks like.
Car lessons.
Yeah. You never know.
So moving on to our last story of the day.
Also car related. Anas Bukhash narrowly avoids danger as his car catches fire. So late last night, Anas Bukhash shared that his car caught on fire after wrapping up an AB Talks shoot. He heard someone say there's a car on fire outside. In his post, he said he had this strange gut feeling it was his car, even before checking. And it turns out he was right.
So luckily, a technical delay in filming meant he and his team weren't in the car when it happened. So laborers nearby jumped in with the fire extinguishers, and with the help of Dubai police and civil defense, the fire was contained.
Anas took it as a reminder of how unpredictable life can be, saying social media shouldn't just show the good moments, but also the tough ones. He also reminded everyone how important it is to check your car engines regularly, stay safe, because you just never know.
I think we've had warnings from the Dubai police during summer hours, like the car can heat up and accidents like this happen, and to best avoid it is to always check your car engines.
Yeah.
And they would do it for free in some petrol stations.
Yeah. They were running that for a while.
Yes, because accidents can happen, and basically warnings to avoid putting specific things in your car, like perfumes, lighters,
anything in like those
fizzy drinks as well,
cans.
sprays, cans. Fizzy drinks also can cause
oh my gosh,
can cause fires. But what's crazy to me is that it's really can go back to God's planning. Like, you would think you've had a terrible shoot, or you'd complain that you might have a technical issue, and be like, oh my God, now we're running a bit late. And then this happened, you understand that things happen for a reason.
Exactly.
And it really makes you go back and think, like you missing an exit, we always complain about that.
Yeah.
You staying late at work, you can sometimes be like, no, oh, why did this happen to me? Or, I don't know, something, a plan gets cancelled, like you were supposed to go out with your friends and someone cancels. We always tend to complain about that, but there is a bigger issue.
Sometimes it's for the best.
It's for the best. You're either avoiding something that's happening on the road, maybe you're going to bump into a person. I don't know. It really depends. Everything happens for a reason. And this is a good reminder to basically just, I think, for me to thank God that you're being protected in ways that you could never.
You didn't even know.
You didn't even know. You would never know.
But he took it as a symbol of that little delay that happened during shooting meant that he wasn't in the car and he didn't have to experience the car fire while he was in it on the road.
Exactly.
This was a much safer setup, and luckily there were people.
And it was stationed.
Yeah, and people were nearby, and they had fire extinguishers on hand, which is amazing.
It's easier than being on a highway. Imagine like in a highway and having to park on the side and having to figure out the fire extinguisher, and but he was stationed, he was still on location, he was around his office, they had fire extinguishers, alhamdulillah, for his safety.
Alhamdulillah.
So we're going to go on a very short break, and we're going to be joined by Ibrahim Abbas, the horror storyteller that you cannot stop listening to. So do stay tuned. It's a very, very short break, so we'll be back within 2 to 3 minutes. Welcome back to Lovin Dubai show. Today's guest is Ibrahim Abbas, one of Dubai's most captivating digital creators with 2.7 million TikTok followers. He's known for his storytelling that keeps audiences on edge of their seats, especially his horror tales that have you hooked from start to finish. So from spine-chilling stories to thought-provoking insights about life in the UAE. Welcome to the show, Ibrahim.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
so
you for
nice
having
to
me.
have you. Oh my God, I'm seeing someone who I used to see so much on TikTok
Yeah.
finally here in person.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
The thing that I used to start watching, like from your content, was all the horror stories that you used to do. So, what inspired you to create that kind of style of content?
Well, I mean, I started off with, Dubai content. So I started
Yeah.
talking about Dubai and stuff like that. And people were asking me, are there any like haunted places in Dubai? So I started speaking about those scary places that exist in the UAE. And I covered these scary stories about them. And then people
Yeah.
were intrigued and wanted more. And that's how it progressed.
Like most stories that I see of you is usually horror stories, and they always get me hooked. Like I watch it from start to finish.
Thank you.
But do you
appreciate it.
remember what story really inspired you to take that route of maybe horror storytelling?
I mean, the first one. The first
Yeah.
one was the story that happened in Kuwait with the woman band.
Oh my God, I remember that.
Yeah. So I was one of the very few that spoke about it because the rest spoke about the story in Arabic.
Yeah.
So
true.
the Arabs of Kuwait knew what the story was about, but when I spoke about it in English, I introduced the story to the West, and then they were like, "Oh, okay, this is something different than what you see in horror movies." So I open a completely different genre.
So you
on
have
TikTok.
international audiences now.
I do, yeah.
Wow, interesting. We usually listen to West crime stories, and now they're listening to us,
Yeah.
which is nice. Yeah.
That's, I
Yeah.
think, what I like the most is that
Yeah.
we often hear stories about the West and their horror story stuff and their, like, what they go through. And hearing that it happens, well, hearing the stories from the
Yeah.
GCC, I think that's what makes it so interesting. You do such a good job also at, like,
you.
hooking the audience.
Thank you.
But
Appreciate
do you
it.
remember the first viral video that you ever put out?
There were so many viral videos, but my top viewed video would be the very haunted book that only Shams al-Ma'arif.
Ma'arif.
Yeah.
Yes.
So nobody knew about this. Nobody knew about this in the West, and I opened another genre.
Yeah.
There are fake Shams al-Ma'arif books being sold on Amazon. There are Shams al-Ma'arif notebooks as a label being sold on Amazon for like Shams al-Ma'arif fans. So like there was a completely like new hype that I created, and it was dangerous. It was dangerous. I wasn't supposed to talk about some things, but
You have a wide audience listening to you, and from all different nationalities and international. But has anyone ever reached out to you with the personal stories asking you to share it?
Oh, so many. So most of my horror stories are actually submissions.
Really?
Yes.
And has any story maybe touched you or changed how you see things differently?
Yeah, I mean, every story teaches me something. I get a moral message out of every story.
Can you give us an example?
I can give you an example. There was a story that took place in the UK. Actually, let me tell you another story. A story that really touched my heart would be, you're speaking about specifically submissions, or can I go back to like ancient stories?
You can go back to ancient stories. It's okay.
So the story that really touched my heart is a true story that happened in an ancient kingdom that I spoke about, but it's not a scary story. So I am a storyteller, but I don't only talk about horror stories. So this specific story was about an ancient kingdom with an Arabic king. He kept having the same dream. It was a nightmare every single night. And then he summoned like all the dream interpreters in the village, and he was like, so the first interpreter walks in, and this king was very like crazy, and he was a psycho pretty much. First interpreter walks in, says, your dream is a very bad dream. It means that all your family will die in front of you.
God.
So he dreamt that so every night he dreams that all his teeth fall down at once.
That's an anxiety dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what he kept dreaming for weeks. He was like, take him, like seize him, take him away. How could he threaten me like that? So they brought another dream interpreter, and the second dream interpreter told him, you will witness the death of all your family members. So he told him
so
almost the
difficult.
same thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then they brought a third interpreter. They also locked away the second one. So they brought a third interpreter, and he said, I dream about this. Tell me something. What does my dream mean? He thought for a second, and he said, I got great news for you. my lord. You will have the longest life among all your family members.
That's what he wants to hear.
So I mean, it's the same thing,
Yeah.
but he just said it in a different way. That's it. So that's like a story that has a very deep meaning, and it was has a moral message that it touched me.
So basically, it's just how you relay the message. I can give you a bad news, but it's just have a different format. It's how you phrase it.
I wanted to ask you: have you ever received backlash for something that you posted?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Does it ever cause you to take down videos?
No.
No.
No, I would
That's
never
good.
take down videos.
What type of backlash would you get if it's?
So if I talk about specifically Dubai topics, the backlash that I would get with people that have political attacks on our region, or on our country,
Right.
on neighboring countries, et cetera, et cetera. Different propagandas. If I would talk about somebody in specific, like, for example, I'm not supposed to mention any names, but I talked about a celebrity who got arrested in Dubai, and I ended it with a very sarcastic message, kind of made fun of them in a way. Because that person really did do something very stupid.
Yeah.
So I got backlash from that person's fans.
Oh God, the fans.
The fandom.
The stands.
The fandoms, the stands.
Yeah.
No, it's difficult to deal with them. But do you read bad comments? What do you do when you receive comments? Do you delete them, or do you keep them, or
If
do you
they were
respond to
very,
them?
very insulting, if they mentioned my family, mentioned specific, very deep political stuff that are not necessary, I would delete them. But regardless, I keep the hateful comments.
Keep a hateful comments.
I keep 99% of them.
But usually it's positive, right? It's not, or it's a mix of both.
I mean, look, every comment gets you, gets the algorithm going.
Yeah.
So every single bad comment, I would look at the camera and say, this actually helps me. So thank you for writing all the bad comments you wrote.
Any publicity is good publicity, as they say.
Yeah.
So speaking of backlash and maybe, let's say, cancel culture, just a few weeks ago we had the internet went crazy and a hashtag really went viral and it was really big. I think this is one of the biggest campaigns that happened maybe, which is boycott Dubai influencers.
Yeah.
And you covered the story on...
Shillat Dubai.
Yes,
Yeah.
Shillat Dubai.
Yeah.
So you've covered this on one of your
I did.
videos. So what do you think of this hashtag? Are you for it or you're against it? Or what do you think of cancel culture?
I am for it. I feel like, look, there was a mantra that was very repetitive. All the people that participated in this hashtag used to say it all the time. We brought you up, and the same way we brought you up, we can bring you down.
Which is so scary
so
because that's so
true,
true.
though.
It's true.
Yeah.
People bring. I mean, yes, I worked for the followers. I worked for the views. I worked for the likes. But at the end of the day, these were clicks that people, consently. They press on the follow button because I impressed them with some content. But they can also leave if they want. The door's open. They can go at any time. Look, I don't know the people that this specific hashtag talked about personally. I don't even know them by name. I swear to God. I know there's one name in mind, but I don't want to say it. But based on hearing out why people participated in this hashtag, I kind of feel like, it was kind of deserved. Followers aren't they're not like guinea pigs, They're actual people with actual feelings and they have actual power.
Yeah. I'll play the devil's advocate a bit. Let's say I am the influencer that's getting this hate. I can come out and say, but you followed me for the same exact reason that you're dropping me for. So why'd you follow me in the first place? So if you're not into that polished lifestyle that I'm portraying, why'd you follow me if right now you're attacking me for it?
I feel like not all of them deserve to be attacked.
Yeah.
But a few of them were because of the response that they gave after being a part of this hashtag. Look, I feel like every person's page on social media is a corporation. Like my page is a business, right? I can make money off of it. I can market something. I can et cetera, et cetera. So my followers are my customers. I can't disappoint them. I can't be disrespectful to them. When they give me feedback, I gotta take action, right? So the way this person responded after finding out that his followers were upset was very, very offensive and insulting and what's the word in English? mustafiz. How do you say it?
Yeah, like it hits like
What's the fizz in English?
I feel like it maybe it just basically you're proving what I'm saying. You know, it
Yeah.
was too. I don't know. I saw the video that you're talking about, and I feel like it's I'm rubbing it in your face kind of way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insulting.
It's insulting,
It's
yeah.
offensive. Yeah, and that specific person deserved to get boycotted for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so we were for.
But I disagree with the title of the hashtag. I mean, I don't understand why they said Dubai.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
got me thinking as well. I think it's because most of them
Live in Dubai.
Live in
here.
Dubai. Yeah.
None of them are even.
They're not Emirati though.
They're not Emirati. They're not. Some people say they're not Arabs as well.
Yeah.
Originally, they just speak Arabic, but they're not originally even Arab. So I felt like it wasn't necessary to pin Dubai's name on it when they're not even from Dubai.
Yeah, but this is what they say. Like, if they can go up or they can go down, but I feel like there's always a way of getting out of it. Basically.
Exactly. You've done a variety of different kinds of content. You spoke about Dubai and you spoke about horror stories. And at one point, you joined a podcast and you were talking about how expats were disrespecting the country with revealing clothing. So what's your perspective on how that impacts the respect for the culture?
I gotta take a sip of water before answering.
Go for it. Yeah.
I feel like you have a lot to say, maybe.
Well, first of all, thank you, and thank you, Lovin Dubai team, for posting the initial video about this. We talked about a specific mall in Dubai, and that mall was upset that we talked about them. I was talking about the things that tourists, not expats, tourists wear in Dubai. They don't wear these things in their own countries. They wear them in Spain. Like if you go to Spain, people wear such type of clothing. If you go to, and I feel like I don't even have another location in mind. It's like Dubai, and malls in Dubai. Before, a while ago, not very long time ago, but years back. Now they used to give out these
Like cards?
cards to people that would wear, to tourists that would wear very revealing clothing, and in public places like malls in Dubai. But they stopped doing that. If you look at outside every single mall in Dubai, they have rules and things like no PDA, no smoking in the mall, no wearing revealing clothing, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But I feel like the things people wear in malls is too much. I feel like, look, tourists can wear whatever they want. We have designated places tourists can go to and wear whatever they want. There's in Palm Jumeirah, there are multiple places that don't allow children. They can go enjoy the beach, places with pools, places they can dance in, but not like a mall. A mall is just too much. There's a lot of kids, especially walking in the mall at 1 p.m. Why are you wearing that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not appropriate for the location.
I think it depends. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not sometimes it's a matter of okay, you want to wear this piece of clothing, sure, but there's a time and a place for it, and the mall is not that place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people, residents and locals, they agree with that topic.
Yeah,
They're
they do.
yeah, why is this being so normalized right now?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's so
I remember
true.
you guys had thousands of comments.
Yeah.
Thousands of comments, people agreeing, people from everywhere in the world, people from the UK, US, Canada, Arabs, Middle Easterns, people from so many places. And I was like, oh wow, they actually agree. And they're all residents in the UAE.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I think we touched a good topic here.
Yeah.
And then that mall management just came and ruined everything, But
So how was people's reactions to your video when you posted it?
I still have it up, honestly.
Yeah, and what are people commenting?
Same thing.
Same
Same
thing.
thing you guys
Support?
got. Yeah, exactly.
Did anyone come to you and maybe say, listen, I have the freedom to wear whatever I want. It's not up to you to dictate what I want to wear.
Yeah, there was one or two that
Yeah?
wrote that. There were one or two or maybe three women that wrote that. And honestly, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you what to wear. And some woman, one woman, I remember one comment was, then you shouldn't wear hijabs in my country. because she lives somewhere in Europe. She said, if you want me not to be revealing, then you as Muslims shouldn't wear hijabs in my country. I was like, okay, that's pathetic.
That's not the same thing.
That's not the
it's not-
same
it's not the
thing.
same thing
It's
at
not
all.
the same thing.
Hijab does the complete opposite of what we're trying to actually
I think it goes back to also
push.
the culture of the country as well. So
Yeah.
it's about respecting how the culture and the religion of the country
Yeah.
more than what I'm wearing or what I'm trying to express myself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What can we expect from you in the coming few months, years, in terms of content?
I don't know. I don't have like any specific plans, but whatever comes, I guess.
So you have a new podcast, I think, that you're working on, which is the Faces Unmasked, right?
Famous Faces Unmasked
Yeah.
is my podcast. I've done about 13 or 14 episodes, and I stopped.
Yeah.
I didn't continue, not because I didn't want to or not because it wasn't performing well. It's not the right content for me, I would love to continue, but on a very slower pace.
So are you going to continue with the horror storytelling? Or
Of course.
Yes.
I'm
I think this is what
at
makes,
part
your
92 or
content-
93.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, we're in the 90 episodes
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, the facts, the horror
Yeah.
facts. Are you going to continue that series, hopefully?
Of course, yeah. That's something that's going to continue. Look, so 3 for sure stories are going to continue. True horrifying stories, 8 horrifying facts, and true emotional ancient stories.
Nice.
So these 3 series will never stop from my page, inshallah. And yeah, I mean, part 100 of True Horrifying Story is going to be a special.
Nice,
So it's going to
okay.
be something that's going to be very different.
Where can we watch it? Where can we find you if you want to watch your content?
It's
for people who don't
exclusive
know?
for TikTok. That's why TikTok likes me, because I'm keeping this series exclusively only for this platform.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most of us go on TikTok, but thank you so much, Ibrahim, for joining us
Thank
on
you
the
for
show.
having me.
It
Thank
was really
you.
nice having you and
Yes.
listening to your insights on your storytelling
Thank you so
ideas.
much.
Thank you, Farah Makhlou, for joining me as well. And thank you for watching. This brings us to the end of the Lovin Dubai show.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, of course, go ahead.
I want to thank Lovin Dubai for all the contributions. You guys posted a lot of my stuff on your page, so thank you for that. I'd like to thank Cassie as well. Casey,
yes.
Casey, if you're watching this, thank you so much. I watched how you defended me when I got attackers on that video that you guys did. And Farah, thank you so much. Masa, thank you very much.
You're welcome, of course.
And yeah.
Well, we're all thanking each other today. Well, thank you even more if you tune in every day at 8:30 a.m. So see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.